Amazon kills it with surprise quarterly profits, Flickr brings back Pro subscriptions, Slack integrates with Google Calendar, and more. It's Thursday, July 23rd, and this is Crunch Report. Amazon's second quarter earnings are in, and it is good news. The company reported revenue of $23.18 billion, up from $10.99 billion in the year-ago quarter. The Street had expected Amazon to lose 14 cents per share on revenue of $22.39 billion, so in short, Amazon crushed it. The company generated operating cash flow of $8.98 billion during the quarter, earned net income of $92 million, and now has $10.27 billion in cash and equivalents. Revenue at Amazon's Web Services unit hit $1.8 billion for the quarter. That's an 81% increase over AWS's revenue in the same quarter last year. People love the cloud. As you can imagine, people are also pleasantly surprised, and the stock spiked more than 14% in after-hours trading. Way back in April, remember April? Google launched a marketplace, a temporary one, for companies to sell patents to Google. Today, the company's expanding the effort exactly the other way with a program for 50 lucky startups to receive up to 2 non-organic patent families from Google and then potentially make offers to buy patents from Google down the road. Non-organic, by the way, means patents that Google has purchased from third parties, not developed in-house. You might be asking, what is Google going for here? Why is it giving away patents? It wants to minimize the number of patent trolling lawsuits. There are some eligibility requirements for the startups to get involved. First, their 2014 revenues have to be between $500,000 and $20 million. If so, Google will send over a list of 3 to 5 families of patents, of which the startup can select 2. The startup can't pick the patent families, though, and they can only be used defensively to protect a company against another patent suit, not to file one against another company. In that case, the ownership goes back to Google. Interested startups must also join the License on Transfer or LOT network. That's a cross-company licensing effort that includes companies like Dropbox and SAP and Canon. The LOT database contains about 325,000 patent assets already, and LOT is waiving the annual fee, which ranges from $1,500 to $20,000 per year for 2 years. Sounds pretty good. Remember Flickr? Oh, I'm just kidding, but remember when Flickr was actually the photo service we all used? It was a while ago. Today, you might have gotten an email like the one that I did from the company, announcing that Flickr's bringing back its Pro subscription plan for power users, which includes access to improved analytics, software discounts, and an ad-free experience. Pro users will also get a Pro badge highlight back on their account to help them feel special. I like to feel special, I'm sure you do too. Yahoo, which owns Flickr, made a bunch of pricing tier changes back in 2013, which got rid of Flickr Pro, but grandfathered in the existing Pro members. I was one of them, and then said it would be continuing renewable subscriptions, but new users couldn't sign up for Pro, and anyone letting their subscription expire would lose access to Pro for good. It was just really confusing. I just sort of stopped paying. And Flickr is doing its best now to make things clearer and more attractive. The annual Pro plan is $49.99 per year or $5.99 per month. Slack, the office communication tool that, if used properly, can drastically reduce the amount of email you send to your coworkers and therefore is probably the second coming. Slack will now integrate with Google Calendar, so event invites and reminders post automatically inside particular Slack channels. It could be a company's deadline calendar, posting reminders to the dev channel 2 days before a product deadline. Or maybe a company's birthday or holiday calendar, posting to the general channel so everybody knows which desk to hover around for cupcakes. Slack is already very popular for allowing lots of different integrations with other enterprise services and apps. I am sort of partial to Giphy. But Google Calendar is so widely used in business, companies who kind of live inside Google Apps might be that much more inclined to try Slack now and then potentially pay for full features. Google Cal for Slack is live and can be turned on in Slack's integrations page. It's Uber, but for private jets. JetSmarter is an air transportation startup that wants to make commuting by private jet possible for people without having to be in Jay-Z's entourage. The company, which launched back in 2013, just got $20 million in Series B funding from the Saudi royal family, from some music and entertainment bigwigs, including Jay-Z himself, and companies such as Goldman Sachs and Twitter. JetSmarter taps into the rather niche market of people who fly private on the regular and aggregates prices and availability from over 800 private flight providers across the U.S. The app lets travelers choose from over 3,000 airplanes that range from a propeller plane to a really fancy Boeing business jet and book a flight to almost any city. There's also a membership program. For $9,000 a year, members have total access to the 35,000 hours of private flights that JetSmarter has pre-purchased, at no extra cost beyond the annual fee. If this all sounds vaguely familiar, JetSmarter isn't the first Uber for Jets effort. BlackJet, a similar service, also backed by Jay-Z, he really likes private flying, shut down back in 2013 due to a lack of capital. And that's the report for today. I'm Sarah Lane. Crunch Report airs Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on TechCrunch.com. See you tomorrow.